Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, take two. I just realised the video didn't tape properly and there was a noise in the background and I honestly didn't hear it till the video was playing. So here we go, take two. This journal does pack a punch. I use Digitals by Paper Lifers by Lynn. Amy Joyce. I just remembered the other artist. And Screeching Owl, Tsunami Rose, My Porch Prince. This journal does pack a punch. I mean, it's got a beautiful little chain thingy that I made. I'm not the best at making jewellery, but I did play around a bit with this and get something made. This wraps and it actually attaches exactly to where the spine should be. And you open it up and you'll see applique, you see, I don't know what you call this stuff, but you've got cheesecloth, you've got laces, you've got lots of layers of lace and it's vintage. This beautiful print, I love using it over and over again. You've got your little crystal bling balls hanging from there. And you got your gold applique. And again, more laces in the back. It's just gorgeous. It really, really is. Oh, I love it. I love how it turned out. I like everything, how it actually really, really come to be. But we'll open up the journal. Like I said, this journal does pack a punch. There's lots of ephemera. Like I said, Tsunami Rose, My Porch Print, and Amy Joyce. That's who that artist is, Amy Joyce. This beautiful fabric, it's like a textile. It's got all these tiny bling in it. I'll be offering some of these fabrics up in sizes at some stage to make journals. I'll pack them in a way so that you've got choices when you're using fabrics, appliques and stuff like that. And I'll charge them up in a way so that you can use them per journal or for 2 journals. So there'll be enough fabrics there. Well, you can even use them for 3 journals because the pieces will be enough to cover a journal cover. This is gorgeous. And I really love it. It just goes with the journal and it wraps up so well. I've got one of those half pockets, which is a scrapbooking page, lots of layers. My porch prints. These aren't my porch prints. I will correct myself. These are Screeching Owl. Like I said, I've offered a lot of variety to this journal. Lots of variety, and I just love the way it turned out. It is super, super cool. I've got lots of decoupage. I think some of you thought this was journal page when it's not. It's a napkin decoupage. A little passport. You've got a couple of pages there to write in if you want. And like I said, there's so much ephemera in this journal, and these are my porch prints, that you can set this journal out any way, which way you want. These textiles is from Sheila from Boho Daydreams. She has got some gorgeous stuff. Amy Joyce. And it's Gypsy something. I'll just have a look at the back. The name of the digital kit. It's called Gypsy Goddess. So I've done a bit of a layout here. And again, like I said, using Amy Joyce's textile there. That's My Porch Prints. And look, I just love how it went. There's a lot of sewing involved here. There's a lot of stamping, stenciling. Made this into a tack. I just cut this beautiful lady out and just used it as a tack. Tsunami Rose, I think. And Amy Joyce is that lady where I cut her out. Now, you can actually... Oh, no, you can't. Or can you? Oh, you can go through there. So there's a hidey spot in there, but I would just keep it to the side. There's lots of room. Lots of room. Like there truly, truly is in this journal. Made a baggie, which you would have seen. And these are vintage index cards, by the way. And I did a tutorial on this. These are my prints that I used here. I really love her. I like using variety. I like using lots of floral. I love the Bohemian theme. Again, I did napkin decoupage. Oh, God, I'm really upset with myself that I have to do this twice. Mrs. Cogs, my porch print, Tsunami Rose. I've had to do this twice now because I had a noise in the background that I really honestly didn't hear. And for some reason, my camera wasn't at the angle it's supposed to be. Again, this one's from Amy Joyce. These are both for Amy Joyce. This is either Paper Life is by Lynn or Mrs. Cox. They both got the same print. And I printed both kits out, so I don't know which one. And that's what I do. Also, this tag is a tuck, so you can tuck in there. Actually, I might do that so you can see. It's just really, really gorgeous. Bit of applique, gold applique there. Decoupage. These are all from Amy Joyce. Like I said, I used a number of artists. There's even some Tracy Foxy, but I can't tell you which ones. Amy Joyce. This can be pulled out, written behind. You can write in there. I sometimes attach my pages this way, so it gives you more journaling space. This beautiful lady or this beautiful girl actually come from Paper Life is by Lynn. And there's some lace and decoupage and whatnot. So you've got lots of room to move. And this is my journaling cards. And I do them this way as it gives you an opportunity to write in your journal. I need to get a clip. So it is attached. Because otherwise it will get sent off if it gets sold and it won't be attached. And I really like having my things done properly. Now, that's definitely Paper Life is by Lynn. It's one of my favourite images. I really, really, really love boho gypsy style. And that's what I do. They're what I do best. I prefer them. But this is a 40-hour... It's about 40 hours involved of sewing and applique and Amy Joyce, my gelling card. Again, you can write on the back. This is beautiful vintage lace and Tsunami Rose. I think Tsunami Rose again, my porch print. Like I said, I get a little bit confused with the artist, but if I name you all, then I haven't forgotten you. But isn't she a doll? I love Bohemian Floral. Like I said, I've given you lots of room to move and a decoupaged. Did some stamping and a bit of decoupage there as well. I left this alone. I decoupaged and I put a little pocket there for this little journaling card. And this is my porch print. Now, some of the printouts are printed on cardstock parchment and on photo map paper. Well, that's your parchment cardstock there. It is beautiful to print on. Very expensive. but I love how it printed out this Tsunami Rose ephemera. That's my porch print. You all would have seen my video on my coffee tea staining method. I've got 2 methods that I love using. They both involve the bottle. One you use the microwave, one you lay your brain's not working. It just goes to brain freeze. Both of them are good methods. The microwave method, if you really need paper in a hurry. The other one, it takes a few days to dry as you're laying over plastic table or vinyl tablecloths. Again, this is that half page that I use. Lots of layers. Again, my watch print. No, these are not. These are Tsunami Rose. Just gorgeous. And you can tell the difference. That's your parchment. That's your photo matte paper. But see how gorgeous it is? And you can see the texture in it. So I really love printing on the parchment because it gives you that more vintage look. The problem is you are paying a lot of money for parchment. You are paying a lot of money for photo matte paper. But I like having the combination of both, and you can see the drastic difference it gives you. You know, in the centre, I tied off my signature with the piece of jewellery that I made up, which I really like. I don't know if you can see that. God, I'm upset with myself. You know, when you got to do a video a couple of times and you realise after you published it, oh, golly, that you didn't check it out. These are Tracy Fox's. Again, that's printed on photo matte. That's printed on parchment. And you can see the big difference. It's parchment. See how it gives you that ageless look? And then there's your photo matte paper. It's still ageless, but the quality of cardstock parchment is amazing. I did a lot of layers in my lacy pockets because I can and because I like it. Some flowers that I layered across. These are just gorgeous. And these are all, as you can see, printed on parchment. They all are. You can tell the difference because it's that vintagey look. And I'm going to put that to the top because I really like that. And some of these are Tsunami Rose because I can tell. You can just basically, once you know your artist, you can tell who produces what. They're just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, you've got your layers with some knitting. Just fun. Honestly, this journal has been a treat to make. Again, you'll find lots of ephemera. So you can actually do your own thing with this journal. You can up it up. What gave me the idea of doing things this way is because just because I like my page set up like that doesn't mean somebody else does. So this way they can move the ephemera anywhere they want in this journal and they will be happy. I left room to move, not a lot, but you've got enough pages there to actually move. Now, that's from Amy Joyce. Again, Mrs. Coggs and Lynn have got the same lady, so I don't know who's who in that, but I love it anyway. Regardless who it is, they both do beautiful work. Amy Joyce. And it's just gorgeous. And here's that page with that lady where I done that cutout. But see the page itself, how gorgeous it is. And I've left that into a full tuck so you can hide things there. Now this page, really, really love. I utilised an envelope. And it opens up. And you got that there, and that sits inside the window side. You can close it up. I chose to leave it open for the simple fact I might want to add stuff, or the buyer wants to add stuff. So who am I to say where she can keep her stuff? So I keep the envelope keeps shut with the ephemera from Tsunami Rose. That's definitely Mrs. Coggs. Like I said, look, it's impossible to remember all the artists that I use. Mrs. Coggs, she's a darling, this lady. Oh, everything's tucked in. Oh no, I'll have to put some lace on that. But this is gorgeous. And what I've done is I used some vintage doily. I need to fix that. Oh, I'm a painful person. Now this opens up. I'm going to close it off so you can see. Fold it in like that, and you can open it up again, and you've got a page. And see the gold in this, plus the different textured coloured paper. What I used is super watered down paint, and then I sprayed gold that I actually make up myself. Here again, we've got Tsunami Rose, Mrs. Coggs, so you've got your pocket there. So this is a folder, and it folds right out into a 4-page folder. Folds back in on top of each other like that. And then it opens up to, again, that printed paper. And then here again, I did napkin decoupage. And it turns over, and you've got this beautiful, again, Tsunami Rose. And that one's my portrait print, as you can tell. So this is a baggie, and I showed you how to do these in the video that I put out the other day. And there's a huge tuck there, but this baggie literally opens right up. So you've got a lot of room, lots of room. Here you've got this beautiful flip out. It's an envelope, and it opens up this way, and you've got a tuck. I like it. I like it like that. And it's gorgeous. And the weight of this cardstock keeps it down. So I did that on there. I got this from Lynn. Lynn quite often sends me photos and whatnot, and I really love it. That's from Amy Joyce. I just thought this all went well together, and this is what I do. This is how I do my journals. Here's a beautiful, beautiful lady. Again, Amy Joyce. I've cut her out. You've got tuck in there, and you can fit quite a bit in there. You've got your layers, and you've got your gold around her. Again, you've got a lot of journaling cards. Mrs. Coggs, my portrait print, Amy Joyce. A lot of artists there. Another baggie, and you've got a big tuck there, and you've got lots of ephemera inside the pockets. Again, Tsunami Rose, and I forget who the other lady is. Golly gosh. But you got some beautiful textiles. This is my textile. It's something that I had that I ripped apart. Screeching Owl's even in here, because that's Screeching Owl, Tsunami Rose. Gosh, it really is sometimes hard to remember who's what. Because all the designers got beautiful work. We're very privileged ladies to have beautiful designers that do beautiful work. Again, this has been decoupaged and a layout of a lady. And you get some journaling cards, Tsunami Rose, Mrs. Coggs. Like I said, I didn't do heaps of chunky tags because all the work went into the journal, and plus I needed to allow the buyer room to move. Some have been sewn and layered. Now, I thought this was from Boho Daydreams, but this was actually sent to me by Mary McNeil. And I just did a layout and a little bit of applique. This is the last piece of, because when you use this is quite expensive. Like, you're looking at anywhere between, I don't know, you can pay up to $29 for this by the metre, which by you guys, it's actually a little bit over a yard. And all I have left is that piece, and there was another piece that is in a little tuck in the front. Tsunami Rose, Amy Joyce, and I think it is Tsunami Rose. Yeah, it is Tsunami Rose. So, again, I used some vintage lace, some decoupage. Like I said, I've allowed you some room to move. I treated, and you don't, look, if you don't want to, you don't have to do nothing. But you can choose how you want to lay your journal out. This is my Porch Prince, I think, or Tsunami Rose. I know it's one of them. But it's just gorgeous. And I did some basic layout again. And again with the layout here. And again, more journaling space. You've got a little journaling card to write in. Tsunami Rose. My Porch Prince, Tsunami Rose. Again, the last page consists of, like I said, this is textiles. It's a textile fabric. I was going to actually use this for the front of my journal, but I decided against it because of the layout. But I love having that little bling in there. That kit from Amy Joyce is called Gypsy Goddess. That's from Lynn. And that's Amy Joyce's kit. Thank you, ladies, that contributed to my journal. I really love working with you, digis. I love doing the style I did. I just believe this is one gorgeous journal, but it's one heavy journal too. Hopefully it will go to its forever home at some stage. It is listed in my Love Junk Journal selling group and Junk Journal sales worldwide. It's also listed there. Thank you for watching and liking and subscribing to my channel. Without your support, see how it reaches? It just reaches. So it was good measurement on my part. I generally know how chunky they are going to become when I do a signature. Just always remember, when you're going to make a chunky journal, to make some sort of, like I always allow between half an inch to an inch spine. So it gives me that. And then your journal can sit nicely. Once that's clipped on, this will sit nicely on your dresser. If you don't want to clip it on, which I've got a couple of journals that I have kept that I haven't released to the public, what I normally do is, the easiest way to deal with it is you roll it up. And I'm not doing a good job of it, but I roll it up and let the jewellery, piece of jewellery hang down and just leave it like that on my dresser. Because I love the look of books, and there's certain books I actually keep because of that reason. But I can't keep them all. That's the problem. And look, it stands up beautifully. It's just a gorgeous journal. I used avocado stained pages. Everybody knows how to do that. If you don't, Google it. But normally I keep the skins and I ball them for ages. I really do. And the colour of the pink is gorgeous. It really is. It's not quite pink, but it's not pink, if you know what I mean. So there's the journal. Thank you everybody for liking and subscribing. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.